All right, folks, I'm looking up, and it's spam, it's this company, it's that company. The potential strike pipeline is packed, in large part because inflation has taken a huge toll on all workers. Now, workers who are essential to this economy, they've gotten paid, right? We've seen airline pilots get a big raise, and there's, of course, these cross-country truck drivers at UPS, 170 grand a year. That's big-time money, right? But for everyone else, it's going to be a little bit tougher. For instance, this morning, when I heard that video game performers just authorized a strike, I was a little bit dumbfounded. I really haven't assessed their financial situation, so I don't know about the nuances or the nitty-gritty of it, but it seems like to me that they might be easier to replace than, let's just say, pilots. And I thought about two things, right? First, Denny Terrio. Remember him? He was the host of Dance Fever. I remember when he held out for more money. I'm like, my man, you're the host of Dance Fever. You can't be replaced. And then there was Power Ranger actors. I remember when they threatened to walk away unless they got increases in pay. And I kind of back then remember thinking to myself, you guys are wearing costumes. No one sees your face. Like, if you were replaced, no one would be the wiser. Needless to say, though, back then I had zero sympathy for them. But then over the years, more information came out. I started to read a lot more about this. And yeah, I think those folks did deserve a whole lot more money and respect. Sales of Power Ranger products in 1995 alone were $1 billion. In the meantime, these actors are making anywhere from $150 a day to $600 a week. Now, remember, the Power Rangers were created by Haim Saban, who has gone on to become a juggernaut donor to the Democratic Party. In fact, he really helped push President Biden into the White House, his money. But his treatment of those Power Ranger actors, it led to SAG, the Screen Actors Guild, to issue a statement back in 1998 that accused his company of exploiting child actors and, get this, grossly underpaying performers. By the way, this bitterness has never gone away. A couple of weeks ago, David Yost, who, by the way, played the Blue Power Ranger, suggested that Saban must be leading those talks. He was talking about the writers' string talks because he went on to point out that one of his castmates back then was paid for 1 day's work, and the footage was used thousands of times. And, of course, that guy never got a nickel of it. So it's no wonder that people who right now are worried about artificial intelligence taking their jobs in Hollywood. What I don't understand, though, is whether it's auto workers or Hollywood actors, why all of these workers, right, all of these hardworking people, pour so much money, so much effort, and give so much power to people who abuse them, who are actually holding them down. Today, listen, President Biden, he's walking the picket line, and he's always talking and talk, but he's talking to the very people that he is trying to put out of a job to reach dubious, and I'm talking dubious climate change goals, right? It's ridiculous what we're doing to workers in America, particularly auto workers. But why don't they see that? Why don't some of these actors see that? Why don't some of these people who you just know that the folks who own these companies, they don't have the same interests as you do. And still, you're still on the same political page. I will never understand that. Another thing we're having a tough time, not necessarily understanding, but certainly coming to grips with, is this market. A lot of red on the screen, and you know what that means. This last hour trading, always treacherous, but more so today. The good news, folks, is Liz Claman's back to walk us through it.